Hi, I'm Sarah Petty, and I'm excited to be here today to talk about financial management for portrait photography business owners. What? Look, as a photography coach and business owner myself, I understand the challenges that come with running a business while juggling the demands of family life. Many of us got into photography because we love art and we love creativity. But as business owners, we also need to focus on the financial side of things to keep our businesses profitable. In this video, I will be sharing 4 keys to help you manage your finances and keep your photography business thriving. So friend, grab a cup of hot tea, sit back, and let's get started on building the photography business of your dreams. And remember, building a successful photography business while still being present for your family is not only possible, but it's also what this channel is all about. So if you're ready to make your dreams a reality, snap the subscribe button and turn on those bell notifications. Let's do this together. I don't want you to be overwhelmed by the numbers. So let's start really simple. I want you to focus on separating your personal and business finances to track your income and expenses accurately. Shopping at Walmart or the grocery store or random places online, those are not business expenses unless you're using them in your business. So separating those expenses, the personal and the businesses, it's so crucial for managing both of them effectively. Maintaining a separate business bank account will make it so much easier to track income and expenses and calculate taxes. I recommend working with a locally owned bank where you can know the branch manager or the loan officer and you can build a relationship so that when you need money, they have your financial information and they can work with you and you can get that quicker. Also, they're a great source of referrals and they can invite you to business activities versus a large national bank. The people turn over and it's harder to get to know them. You also really are going to need to keep detailed records of all of your income. That's money people pay you, and your expenses, those are the bills that you're paying to other people, to help identify areas where you can cut costs or increase revenue. But we've got to have those records first. There's accounting software that you can buy to assist you in managing the finances and generating reports for tax purposes. I use QuickBooks, but you can even use a free Google spreadsheet if you want to. As you grow, I highly recommend getting some software. But for starters, you could even use just a pen and paper and write it down. The thing is, organizing your finances and keeping accurate records helps you make better informed decisions. Let's talk about pricing. You really, if you're gonna be in business for profit, you've got to price your photography to cover your costs and make a profit. That seems pretty basic, doesn't it? But so many photographers get this wrong. First, what most photographers do is they forget to account for their time. The time it takes you to travel to a session, the meeting with the client, the session itself, retouching the images, editing the images, ordering the images, packaging the images. All of that time needs to be accounted for. Even creating your in-person sales presentation, the time it takes to order from the lab, all of those things need to be accounted for when you're determining what you should price your artwork at. Other costs to consider when you're setting your prices are your costs of goods sold. Those things include lab fees, framing, shipping, credit card fees. Cost of goods sold, people call them COGS. Those are things that you only pay for when you have a client. Don't forget to account for the other expenses, the fixed expenses. If you have a studio and you're renting it, if you have a cell phone, the things that you're paying whether you have a client or not. So you've got to set prices based on what you need to be profitable, and you want to clearly communicate pricing to your clients to avoid misunderstandings. We don't have anything to hide. We don't want to be confusing. We can make our prices super simple, super clear, and talk about them on the first phone call. Bonus tip, don't include your price list on your website. When you're a boutique, you've got to talk to your clients and explain what makes you different, or they're gonna eliminate you without even knowing how amazing you are. And don't worry, if you need help with any of this, This is what we teach. So keep going with me, and if at any point you need help, reach out. Also, let's talk about minimizing equipment and software investments. So many times I think photographers are like, oh, this first couple years I'm just gonna be buying things, cameras and lenses and software and props and all this technology. And guys, you don't need it. You need a camera and you need a reflector and you need a computer to work your digital files. Seriously, that's it. You can even borrow a camera and lenses, get a used laptop. My goal is invest as little as you can in the equipment and as much as you can in getting mentoring and learning how to build your business. You can rent Photoshop or Lightroom so that you can work your images as you go. I'd love for you to get a projector, but let your business pay for that. You're gonna need one large sample of wall art, which we teach our students how to do that digitally so they don't even have to buy it if they don't have the money. Literally, the filter I use through which to make decisions on what to invest in is, will this help me make more money? Or is this just a fun to have? Start with what you need to make more money. Avoid the urge to buy more props and gear than you need until you're consistently attracting right fit clients. Again, instead invest in the education to help you run your business profitably, and then you can buy anything you want. Now, this is hard for some people, but you're going to want to create a budget and set financial goals for your photography business. This will help you stay on track and achieve what you want from your business financially. If you're doing work, you should be paid, just like everyone else in the world. If you've been telling yourself you're not worth being paid, let's do some work up here. The Professional Photographers of America did a benchmark study of the most profitable photography businesses in the United States. That was when I was named one of the most profitable. They really realized there were some trends. There are rules, and this is what we teach our students so they know how to run a profitable business. But for example, you look at your gross revenue, and to be profitable, 10% of that, 8 to 10% goes to marketing. 8 to 10% on studio rent. And there are all of these different benchmarks that you stay within. And so once you start learning these things, you can say, where am I against the best performing photographers in the United States? Which is pretty cool. It's just a game. And write this down. The answers are in the numbers. If you're like, can I do this? Let me see your numbers. Can I buy a studio? Let me see your numbers. Can I hire an employee? Let me see your numbers. Like, it's an easy yes or no. This is a tough one because I have an MBA and I got burned on this one because I just let my accountant do everything, assuming they were doing what needed to be done, but I didn't account for taxes in the right way. I was just paying based off last year's numbers, but as I was growing, you also have to pay on the growth. So get a good CPA, have them educate you. Do you want to pay quarterly? Like, there are lots of rules in your state that are different. And as you grow, you want to make sure that you're paying attention to the rules. I haven't done that for myself in years because I don't want to mess it up. So as you start getting bigger, make sure you understand the tax part. And as you're creating your budget, there's room when you bring in revenue for education and product expenses. There's money for all the things you need if you run a profitable business. For me, I monitor my numbers almost daily, for sure weekly. You can't hide from them. And if you want to grow and have maybe an employee or maybe a studio or maybe a lot of employees or a bigger studio, you cannot do it without understanding your numbers. You might as well understand them while you're small, if you are small, and then it gets easier and easier, and then you can outsource it. So there you have it. My 4 tips for effective financial management in your photography business. By separating your personal and business finances, by pricing your services correctly, by minimizing your equipment and software expenses, stop spending, and setting financial goals, you can keep growing your photography business to be profitable. And hey, look, if you're looking for more support and guidance as a photography business owner, I invite you to join my Facebook group. It's a free space where you can connect with other like-minded women and men and receive valuable resources and advice to help you grow your photography business. And there are no bullies in there. We get rid of them. Come and have a safe place to learn. And friend, thank you so much for watching and subscribing to our channel, because this gets us excited to make more content for you. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure to do it right here so you can get more content to help you grow your photography business. And if you loved today's video, which I bet you did, click right here to get more actionable steps. Thanks for watching, my friend, and I'll see you in the next video.